Reveal all about Vice Ganda. Jose Marie Borja Viceral, born March 31, 1976, known professionally as Vice Ganda, lit. Beautiful Vice, is a Filipino comedian, actor, host, singer and television personality. Vice Ganda does not mind being addressed with either masculine or feminine pronouns, identifying as non-binary. He has advocated for queer rights and representation throughout his career. Vice Ganda reportedly suffered from depression due to career issues and personal problems. One of his biggest life inspirations is his teacher, who told him to always follow his dreams no matter how big or wild they are. Since November 2018, he has been in a relationship with Ian Perez, a member of the supporting cast on It's Showtime. On his YouTube vlog uploaded on February 13, 2022, he revealed that he and Perez underwent a commitment ceremony on October 19, 2021, at the Little Vegas Chapel in Las Vegas, Nevada. Early life. Before coming out to his family and loved ones, Vice Ganda was known as Tutoy, which was his nickname as a young boy. The youngest of 6 children, Vice Ganda grew up in the neighborhood Sta Cruz, Manila. His father, a native of Taysan, Batangas and a barangay captain in Tonda, Manila, was murdered when he was young, prompting his mother, an Ilocana from San Juan, La Union, to leave her children to work abroad as a caregiver. Vice was able to sustain his studies due to a scholarship granted by an unknown Japanese woman who funded his education from 3rd grade until second-year college. That he studied political science at Far Eastern University but was not able to complete his studies to pursue his career. 1997 to 2008, stand-up comedy and crossover to television and films. Vice Ganda started out as a singer, then as a comedian for Punchline and The Library in Manila, whose owner Andrew De Real gave him the stage name Vice Ganda. That he was discovered by Hans Mortal, who later introduced him to De Real, the godfather of Maylate and king of comedy bars, who had served as his mentor for his comedy skits. There he spent several years developing his material in the comedy clubs. His career began to build after appearances on television and reviews from tabloid columns. He works alongside fellow comedians Chocolate, Pooh, John Lapas and Ray Keeley. Vice is widely known for his observational comedy and situational irony type of comedy skits. In 1999, a talent scout and now a fellow television comedian and manager, Ogie Diaz, discovered Vice in one of his visits to the comedy bars. He appeared first as Antonia in the Judy and drama special aired by commercial television network ABS-CBN. He also made a cameo appearance in Sa Paraiso and Efren, a film produced by Regal Films. In the same year, Vice appeared as one of the guests for Comedy Central Market under GMA Network and became a guest performer for a now-defunct show, SOP, in the same network. In 2002, he was one of the contenders in O Diva and Bayrat Queen, both singing contests in Eat Bulaga, the longest-running noontime show in the Philippines. Since then, he played minor roles or guest roles in various television programs of ABS-CBN such as MRS, Most Requested Show, and various roles in a drama anthology, Malala Emokaya. In 2007, Vice Ganda appeared on his biggest project at that time in Apat Dapat, a film under Viva Films starring Candy Pangilinan, Eugene Domingo, Rufa May Quinto and Pakwang. During this time, he continued to perform as a stand-up comedian to make ends meet. In the same year, he starred as one of the supporting actors for a television series Koki. In 2008, Ganda appeared in a minor role in an independent film Kondo with Coco Martin, and in the same year in a Star Cinema film In My Life alongside Vilma Santos and John Lloyd Cruz. He then appeared in several television series and sitcoms such as Diosa, under the direction of Wen V. Duramas, and in the drama series Maging Sino Ka Man, on Pagbabalik. 2009 to 2015, It's Showtime and Rise to Fame. Vice Ganda, right, hosting in the Showtime Good Times segment of It's Showtime. Vice Ganda's biggest break was when he became part of It's Showtime, a talent search program of ABS-CBN premiered in October 2009. The role was refused by then-comedian Long Mejia until he was offered to replace Mejia as an unelectable judge. With this career breakthrough, Vice's life story of being bullied as a young, closeted homosexual has also been featured in the drama anthology Malala Emokaya. In 2010, he gained widespread popularity due to his jokes and sarcasm. He was one of the supporting roles for Hating Capitat alongside Judy and Santos and Sarah Geronimo. In the same year, he starred in his first-ever feature film, a remake of the 1988 comedy film, Pedrang Cabello, originally played by Roderick Paulate. The film was an instant hit at its release and became one of the best-selling Filipino film of 2010. In the same year, Ganda staged his first ever major concert titled as May Nagtext Yun Totu. Vice Ganda sa Araneta held at the Araneta Coliseum. In 2011, he became host of his own Sunday talk show, Gondang Gabi, Vice, which ended in 2020. In the same year, he won the Bert Marcello Achievement Award for Excellence in Comedy at the 2011 GMMSF Box Office Entertainment Awards. He also appeared on various guest roles for television series, Your Song, 100 Days to Heaven and I Dare You. Vice then launched his successful second major concert at the Araneta Coliseum, a sold-out event called Ito na Vice Ganda, Tadong Sample sa Araneta. In 2012, he top-billed the film The Uncabagable Prebite Benjamin, with Derek Ramsey, directed by V. Duramas. The movie became the first local film to reach 300 million Cuban pesos in ticket sales, and proved to be an even greater box office success than Padrang Cabello. Ganda also starred in the Filipino comedy film This Guy's in Love with You Mayor. Under Star Cinema and Viva Films, alongside Luis Manzano and Tony Gonzaga, directed by Duramas. Ganda appeared on his first ever Metro Manila Film Festival entry, Sisteracas, a Filipino comedy parody film produced by Star Cinema and Viva Films in 2012 along with Chris Aquino and Ai de las Alas. The film became the highest-grossing Filipino film of 2012 and now the third highest-grossing Filipino film of all time. In 2013, he starred in another hit movie alongside Maricel Soriano called Girl, Boy, Bakla, Tomboy, an official entry of the 2013 Metro Manila Film Festival. The movie earned Ganda a Best Actor nomination at the MMFF and earned him Movie Actor of the Year award at the 2014 Philippine Movie Press Club Star Awards for Movies, PMPC. In the same year, Ganda had his third major concert called I Vice Ganda Mo Ko sa Araneta, a live concert that sparked controversy with GMA News head journalist Jessica Soho. In 2014, Star Cinema released a movie called The Amazing Prebite Benjamin, an official entry for the 2014 Metro Manila Film Festival and a sequel of a 2011 film of the same title. Vice participated alongside actress Alex Gonzaga and actors Richard Yap and James Bimbi Aquino Yap. The film was directed by V. Duramas and became the highest-grossing Filipino film of 2014. In 2015, Star Cinema released Beauty and the Bestie, an official entry for the 2015 Metro Manila Film Festival, directed by V. Duramas. Vice starred alongside actors Coco Martin, James Reid and Nadine Luster. The film ended up as the highest-grossing Filipino film of 2015. 2016 present, critical success and recent projects. In 2016, Vice Ganda starred in an action comedy film The Super Parental Guardians with Coco Martin. The film is directed by Joyce Bernal and is under the production of Star Cinema. This marks Ganda's third consecutive highest-grossing film as it topped the 2016 year-end box office gross in Philippine cinema. The film also made history as it holds the record for highest opening day gross of all Filipino films, at 75 Cuban pesos million. In the same year, he became judge in the 5th and 6th seasons of Pilipinas Got Talent, along with his fellow celebrities, Angel Locsin and Robin Padilla, and in Pinoy boy band Superstar with Aga Molak, Yang Constantino and 2NE1 member Sandara Park. In 2017, he starred in another Metro Manila Film Festival entry titled Gandarapito, The Revenger Squad alongside Daniel Padilla and 2015 Miss Universe Pia Wurtzbach. The film marks Ganda's fourth consecutive highest-grossing film of the year. Aside from his film, he also staged two major concerts in the same year. The first is the sold-out concert Pujuan Mosi Vice Ganda sa Araneta, which further added few shows in the United States, particularly in Houston, Texas, Kissimmee, Florida, San Diego, and Los Angeles in California, and the second being the grand launch concert of his own makeup brand, Vice Cosmetics, titled as Vice Ganda for All. In 2018, he starred in Fantastica, a 2018 Filipino fantasy comedy film directed by Barry Gonzalez and an official entry to the yearly Metro Manila Film Festival. It stars an ensemble cast including Bella Padilla, Richard Gutierrez and Ding Dong Dantes. The film became the second highest-grossing Filipino film of 2018 and fifth on the highest-grossing Filipino film of all time. In 2019, Vice Ganda together with Curtis top-billed the 2019 Metro Manila Film Festival entry, The Mall, the Merrier. This was the first time that he did not top the box office of the said film festival and ended up on a second place behind Miracle in Cell No. 7. Vice also staged his first ever duo concert with Asia's songbird Regine Velasquez, titled as The Songbird and the Songhorse at the Araneta Coliseum. The concert was a major success and had a run for 3 consecutive shows on February 14 to 16, 2019. In June 2021, he hosted a game show, Everybody Sing, which replaced his own talk show Gondang Gabi, Vice. The game show concluded in October 2021, then returned to television for its second season in September 2022. The show made Vice Ganda the first Filipino to win Best Lifestyle Entertainment Presenter/Host in the 4th Asian Academy Creative Awards, AAC. Due to the restrictions brought upon by the COVID pandemic, he launched his first ever digital pay-per-view concert, Gandemic, the VG Tal concert in Sky Cable. After a few months, with the easing of restrictions, Vice returned to live stage with his concert Vice Ganda, a dose of laughter at Pechanga Resort and Casino in Temecula, California and in Mohegan Sun in Connecticut. In 2022, Vice Ganda returned to movies through 2022 Metro Manila Film Festival entry Partners in Crime under Star Cinema alongside vlogger Ivana Alawi, which ended up as the second highest grossing entry of the said film festival. The film was later on screened in Saitama and Nagoya, Japan in February 2023. Vice pushed his success further as she won numerous awards such as Most Outstanding Twitter Influencer, Most Outstanding Social Media Personality, Most Influential Multimedia Filipino Celebrity, and Most Outstanding Entertainment Show Host at the 5th Gawad La Salianita held at the De La Salle Araneda University. Ganda also won Best Variety Show Host at the 2023 Platinum Stallion National Media Awards of Trinity University of Asia. He renewed his contract with ABS-CBN on 2023 and announced series of concert shows in Canada and the United States. Other ventures. Music. In 2011, Vice Ganda released his first studio album, Lakas Tama, under Vicer Music. It features mostly pop and novelty songs, including his lead single Palong Palo, written by Kalalili frontman Keen Cipriano. In the same year, he was also included in the compilation album of Showtime, released by Star Records. In 2013, he released his self-titled album under Star Music. Ganda's carrier single Karakaraka featuring Filipino rapper Smuggles quickly reached the top spot of the most downloaded songs in the online musical portal My Music Store on the first day of its release. The hit single was used as theme song of the 2013 romantic comedy Star Cinema film Bromance, My Brother's Romance. In 2014, Vice Ganda released his third album, entitled #Trending, which featured the song Boom Pains and Pusha Moyente. The album reached gold record status with more than 7,500 copies sold in its first week, according to the Philippine Association of the Record Industry Incorporated, PERI. The album featured songs that speak about social issues including gender inequality and corruption. In 2015, Vice Ganda released his single Wag Kang Pabibi with a music video released on July of the same year. He also released Adiwo as official soundtrack for Indie Boat and a cover of Jolina Magdangel's Chavachuchu as a soundtrack for his film Beauty and the Bestie. In 2016, Vice released the soundtrack for his film The Super Parental Guardians, titled as On Kill It, an original composition under Star Records. The song was composed by Jonathan Manalo, in which Ganda expressed his gratitude to him for making the single along with his previous hits like Wag Kang Pabibi and Boom Pains during Manalo's show at the Music Museum. In 2017, Ganda released his ballad single Hanggang Kailan Asa and his pop single Jijalesai Akwo. The following year, he released Ganda for All, a non-album single, and Kay Sayang Pasko Na Naman in 2019. Book. On July 16, 2016, Vice Ganda launched his first book titled President Vice, Ang Bagong Pangulong Pilipinas, lit. President Vice, the new troublemaker president of the Philippines, a parody about how he would deal with problems of the Filipinos in case he was elected the next president of the Philippines. As of 2017, the book has already sold more than 100,000 copies in the Philippines. Cosmetics. On October 7, 2017, Vice Ganda launched Vice Cosmetics, his own brand of cosmetics. In an interview by Rappler during his successful meet and greet at Trinoma store, he said that the idea to start his own makeup company started when he was offered to endorse a cosmetics line. His products from Vice Cosmetics are all designed and made in Los Angeles. In line with the launch, a concert named Ganda for All was held at the Smart Araneda Coliseum with various performers, including its first ever celebrity endorsers, Meme Entrada and Kisses Delavan. During the event, Vice Cosmetics earns Guinness World Record after 6,900 people applied lipstick at the same time, surpassing the record of Mary Kay Cosmetics in China with previous record of 5,840. Politics. Vice Ganda endorsed Davao City Mayor Rodrigo Duterte for president during the 2016 Philippine elections and has had him on as a guest for his late-night television show Gandang Gabi, Vice. For the 2022 Philippine elections, he endorsed Vice President Leni Robredo for president, stating that Tayo dapat ang manalo. Si Leni Robredo ang magpapanalo sa atin. Ang tagal-tagal ng natin talo. Ipanalo naman natin ang isa't isa. We should win. Leni Robredo will make us win. We've been losing for so long. Let's make each other win. At Robredo's Miting de Avance final rally before Election Day, he also endorsed Senator Kiko Pangilinan for vice president. Philanthropy. In 2013, Vice Ganda auctioned off some of his clothing and performed for a fundraising comedy show and donated all proceeds to ABS-CBN's Sajip Kapamilya, Save a Family, relief operations for those affected by Super Typhoon Yolanda, one of the deadliest and most powerful tropical cyclones ever recorded. He also joined a charity basketball game organized by fellow celebrities and PBA players held at Anair Sports Arena in Pasig City to raise funds for families affected particularly in the Visayas region. In 2020, during the peak of COVID-19 pandemic in the Philippines, Vice Ganda donated face masks, disposable gloves, safety goggles, alcohol, and disinfectant spray for use by health workers in various hospitals in the Philippines. Apart from his extensive donation campaign for medical frontliners, Vice Ganda also provided financial assistance to more than 400 employees of his cosmetics company. Vice Ganda also launched his post-birthday donation drive for 2 barangays in Quezon City, wherein he handed relief packs containing canned goods, rice, noodles, soaps, among others, to 850 families in BRGY South Triangle and BRGY Paligsahan. Vice was among the performers that appeared in Pantuwiding Pag-ibig at Home Together concert. He launched his single Corona Bye Bye Na during the live telecast. The show aimed to as a fundraiser for basic necessities for those affected by the pandemic. Vice Ganda also partnered with Angel Locsin to provide beds in a temporary air-conditioned sleeping tents for medical staffs and other essential workers of Taguig City. In November 2020, Vice Ganda together with boyfriend Ian Perez, sibling Babette Viceral, actor-dancer John Hilario and fiancée Maya Azores, began a donation drive which allocated more than 1 million Cuban pesos to help purchase donations for people affected by Typhoon Vamco, known locally as Ulysses. In August 2021 episode of his show, Everybody Sing, wherein the contestants are mountaineers and hikers, Vice added donation to the Born to Hike Mountaineers beneficiaries, the Ida communities in Baikal region. In November 2021, he donated his a day worth of talent fee to ABS-CBN Foundation for the benefits of the victims of Typhoon Odette in Cebu and Siargao. Ganda announced this during its Showtime live telecast, influencing his fellow hosts to donate their talent fees as well. In November 2021, during the annual Magpasikat competition of its Showtime hosts against each other, Vice and his group together with Ryan Bang and Jackie Gonzaga won runner-up and dedicated their winning prize of 100,000 Cuban pesos to the Ruth Foundation for Palliative and Hospice Care, Ruth Foundation Project Reef Care. The said foundation caters to COVID and non-COVID cases and help them with medical care. In January 2022, he donated 500,000 Cuban pesos to a 10-day benefit concert headed by Regine Velasquez in the Tulong Sa Pagahan campaign of ABS-CBN Foundation to aid further recovery of Typhoon Odette-affected families. In March 2022, in a vlog uploaded in his YouTube account, Vice extended help to random strangers by paying for the medicines they bought in a pharmacy opposite AFP Medical Center in Quezon City. According to him, finding the money to buy medicine is a big headache for a lot of people, so he paid for the expenses of all customers throughout the day. Public reception. Cultural impact. Filipino humor. Vice Ganda's use of sarcasm in his style of comedy is cited by various researchers as a major contributing factor to the modern Filipino humor. According to a study conducted by a group of researchers from the University of San Jose Recoletos, half of the participants showed confidence from mimicking Vice Ganda's style of humor, with a majority of them stating they mimic his style of humor during conversations. In a separate study by the Centro Escolar University and Western Mindanao State University about the pragmatics of Filipino humor, Vice Ganda's popularity in various entertainment mediums like television and the internet, as well as his use of irony and conversational witticisms greatly influenced the popular comedic strategies used by Filipinos in their day-to-day conversations, sometimes even to the point of being disrespectful towards the elderly among Vice Ganda's younger audience. LGBT Rights. The popularity of Vice Ganda, an openly gay individual, in the Philippines, a predominantly Roman Catholic nation, is seen by observers as vital in kickstarting discussions of LGBT people to the mainstream media that he himself is an advocate to the local LGBT movement in the country, and is one of the prominent personalities that seeks equal opportunities to the LGBT members in the Philippines. He supports the SOGI Equality Bill, a series of bills that was introduced to the Philippine Congress starting from the 2010s that aims to enact protections against discrimination towards LGBT people. In a live episode of its Showtime in 2018, where he is one of the hosts, Vice Ganda expressed his opinions about the bill, saying that he faces discrimination in using comfort rooms of either gender, that the bill should be passed as soon as possible. In 2018 and again in 2020, he became the cover image for the magazine Mega, becoming the first LGBT member to do so in the history of the magazine. Controversies. Gang rape jokes against Jessica Soho. In May 2013, Vice Ganda was widely criticized for making several jokes about gang rape during his I Vice Ganda MOCO comedy concert show. One of them was directed towards the news anchor and journalist Jessica Soho, whom he mentioned in a joke regarding several personalities starring in a hypothetical pornographic film. Women's rights group Gabriela condemned the joke as being distasteful in light of rape victims. Journalist Arnold Clavio, a colleague of Soho, defended the news anchor and expressed his disapproval of Vice Ganda's body-shaming remark in one of the former's radio programs, although Vice Ganda initially defended his stance, saying that the brand of humor he uses is based on his roots doing stand-up in comedy bars and karaoke lounges. He nevertheless issued an apology over the issue during an episode of its Showtime. Nora Honor. Actress Nora Honor became a target of Vice Ganda's style of humor during an episode of its Showtime. Honor pulled out as judge for the grand finals of the show's segment Tawaging Tanghalan at the last minute. Honor believed Vice Ganda's brand of insult comedy was against her moral beliefs and was perturbed with the idea of being on the show alongside Vice Ganda. Apollo Quiboloy. On one of his daily comedic discussions following a performance by John Magdangle on Tawaging Tanghalan, Celebrity Champions, Vice Ganda made a joke after the founder of Kingdom of Jesus Christ, Apollo Quiboloy, among other claims of being responsible for stopping calamities, claimed that he was responsible for stopping the 2019 Cotabato earthquakes. Vice Ganda jokingly challenged Quiboloy to stop the airing of its Showtime, which is one of the longest-running ABS-CBN television programs alongside On Provinciano, and the constant traffic on EDSA, a major road network in Metro Manila. Members of Quiboloy's church took offense and expressed their dismay for Vice Ganda. Radio broadcaster and SMNI anchor, Mike Abe, a friend of Quiboloy, defended the founder and criticized Vice heavily in his program. 2 days after the joke, Quiboloy instead threatened that he will not only stop On Provinciano, but also to shut down ABS-CBN as a whole within 4 months. The network went off-air in 2020 in a controversial refusal to renew the network's franchise by the legislature, an act that was seen by Quiboloy and his followers as the fulfillment of his previous remarks against the comedian. Cake icing finger. During the Sipbata segment on the noontime show It's Showtime, Ion Perez, his husband, and Vice Ganda faced criticism from social media motivational speaker Rendon Labater for actions perceived as inappropriate. Labater challenged the MTRCB for the alleged misconduct of Ion and Vice, leading to the subsequent suspension of the show for 2 weeks by MTRCB's Lola Sato.